Good evening. In this video, we are going to make a brief summary about Book 2 from the Elements. And the topic of this book could be geometrical algebra. So it helps us think about algebra from a geometrical way. Because in history, while Euclid wrote this book, the domain or the field of algebra had not been well developed yet. So those ancient Greek mathematicians treat algebra problems or formulas in a geometrical method. So first of all, let's think about how do those mathematicians express addition, subtraction, and the product which had been introduced from book 2 in geometrical method. So the addition operation can be expressed as the sum of two finite straight lines, for example a and b, and this will be a plus b, correct? And the subtraction, we have covered these two operations from book 1 actually. This part will be a minus b, subtraction. But product had been introduced from book 2. At the very beginning, we have defined what a rectangle or rectangular parallelogram is. This is, and the area of this rectangle is demonstrating the operation of multiplication, or let's say product. So it will be a times b. Okay, so we have learned 3 geometrical ways to express algebraic operations. Okay, this is the topic 1. In the next part, we can make a summary about propositions 1 to 10 from book 2. If we use some variables like a and b and x to replace those segments, line segments in these propositions, then we can conclude them into an algebraic form or algebraic formulas. So just have a look from proposition 1. This is proposition 1 from book 2 until proposition 10. So these are 10 algebraic formulas, or they are described in geometrical methods in book 2. Have a look at them, okay? And besides, we have learned 2 very important and interesting constructions. So at first, we are able to construct a so-called golden ratio. So for example, this is a given finite straight line, and we are able to divide it into 2 parts, such that, okay, b over a, the ratio is equal to a over the whole a plus b. We are able to find this point, or let's say construct this point, to divide it into 2 segments satisfying this ratio, and it's actually square root 5 minus 1 over 2, the golden ratio. And besides, we have learned how to square a multilinear multilateral, for example rectilinear multilateral. It is contained by some straight lines and have a specific area S, and then we are able to construct a square that has the same area. And if you can still remember, in book 1 we have learned how to construct a parallelogram from a multilateral like this. And in book 2 we have specified the parallelogram to a square. Okay, and we have also learned that will be proposition 12 and proposition 13, talking about the famous law of cosines. So in a triangle, any kind of triangle, the 3 sides a, b, c, and the angle contained by a and b, which we mark it at angle c, always satisfying this equality. This is called the law of cosines. And proposition 12 and 13 had described this law in geometrical way, because at that time, while Euclid wrote these propositions, these terminologies like cosine, sines has not been developed. Okay, And finally, let us have a brief look at the most frequently used propositions, just like the summary of book 1 we have covered. So currently, these are the 5 most frequently used propositions from in the range of book 1 and book 2. We can say proposition 31, how to construct a parallel line, and proposition 3, how to cut off a straight line that is equal to a given one, and these are some properties of parallelograms: equal sides, equal opposite sides, equal opposite angles, and equal area. Also, let's say the parallelogram is bisected by the diameter of it. And this is a congruent theorem about side angle side. And finally, how to construct a square on a straight line. That's proposition 46 from book 1. Okay, and actually this is the end of this video, end of the summary. And in the next part, like the previous summary of book 1, I will attend the dependency graph of book 2 step by step. And let's build, let's say something like this, the dependency network of book 2, things like that. Great. And in the next video, we'll start to explore book 3 from the elements. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.